Hey everyone, CyberMatt here, and last March I actually did an unboxing of my Nintendo Switch on launch day, and I showed you everything that I picked up with it. So now that 2017 is done, I thought I would do a collection video of just showing every single game that is now in my Nintendo Switch collection. All these games I picked up last year, and I'm going to do this video again next year, or maybe by the end of the year, just to show how much my collection has grown. So let's start off. All of these are in alphabetical order. So first up, we have ARMS. Now, when I was a little skeptical about this game, I think a lot of people were when they first heard about it. It's a fun game. It is. For me though, and I think for a number of other people, it's one of those games where it's fun when you're first playing it, and for a little bit after, and then you kind of just not play it anymore. And that's kind of what's happened to me. Like every now and then, I'll go back because I mean they have added new fighters and updates to it. So yeah, I mean it's just one of those games. Next up, we have a game that has been out for a number of different platforms, was out for the Wii U, and PS4, PC, Vita. I don't know if it's come to Xbox One. I think it may have. But it was only digital. And now they have a physical release for it, and they actually came out with kind of a collector's edition for it. Originally it was going to be on the Wii U, which I was going to pick it up for, probably in addition to the Switch, but they canceled that one. So it is Axiom Verge, and this is actually part of what they call the Multiverse Edition. And what's included in this is quite a bit. You get, obviously, the game cartridge, plus a documentary, which is on a Blu-ray, with 5+ hours of extras. You get an exclusive art book, a double-sided poster with world map and weapons and items layout, and the official soundtrack CD. And I think this is only like $40, so really good deal for this. This is very much kind of like Super Metroid. Really fun game. Definitely recommend this one. Then we have Cave Story Plus. This is another one of those games that have come out by Nicalis, and they like to include a lot of extras. There's a little keychain in here, plus get soundtrack CD and manual. But this is a really fun platformer. It's been out for PC and 3DS, but really fun platformer. Not much to say on that, but definitely worth picking up. Then a surprise that I don't think anybody expected to see this game on the Switch, and that is Doom. This is from Bethesda, and this actually plays pretty well on the Switch. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the other platforms, and you know, it may not be 60 frames per second, but it still plays really well. And honestly, this is my first time playing the game on the Switch, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And then another Bethesda game, we have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, I actually have this game for PS3 and PC, and obviously it looks better on PC. I can play with ultra settings on my PC, but this is a step up, I believe, from the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. Plus, you get some motion controls in it and some Legend of Zelda extras. You can get the Master Sword, the Hylian Shield, Link's Tunic, and has some amiibo support as well. So I've never really gotten far into this game, so I'm really going to try to do so on the Switch. And of course, it helps you can take it with you on the go. This is my newest pickup. I got this actually on New Year's Eve, and it is Ittle Dew 2 Plus. Now, the original game, I believe, came out on... I think it came out on Wii U? I'm not sure. I know it came out on PC. But I remember playing it and enjoying it for what it was. This is very much kind of an homage to Legend of Zelda, and you explore different dungeons. It has that overhead perspective. It's a pretty fun game, and of course from Nicalis, so you get extras in this. You get a map and an instruction manual in full color, mind you, and some nice artwork in the back there. Then we have Lego City Undercover. This is another game that I actually have on Wii U. Didn't really get too far in that one, so picked it up on the Switch. This is one of those that it came out beforehand that on the box, I don't know if you can read about it there, but it says internet required, and it says on the back of the box up to 13 gigabytes of storage required for game download. And people were thinking that, you know, half the game you'd have to download it, it wouldn't be on the cartridge. So I originally canceled my pre-order, but after it came out that wasn't the case. It was just like a small patch that you had to download. The game runs fine on the Switch and plays pretty well. It's a pretty fun game. And then, of course, we have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Picked this up on launch day, and man, I really need to get back into this game. I haven't beaten it yet. There's just so many other games that took my attention away from this. I get so jealous of people that say they put like 150 hours into it. I put like a measly 30 hours into it. But I really need to get back to this. That's going to happen really soon too. We have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And you know what? I should say with Breath of the Wild, you know, I still have the DLC to play. There's still a lot I need to do in this game. And the overall game is just a lot of fun. Yeah, there are some small complaints I have about it, some frustrations, like, you know, the stupid rain, when it always starts raining when you're climbing, your weapons breaking, things like that. But the open world, it's just so much fun to explore. The game looks amazing as well. Just a great game. Of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a really fun game. Obviously, it has an improved battle mode over the Wii U version. And just at the time, this released in April, and it was just a nice game to have after Breath of the Wild, or at least just kind of a nice game to play, you know, when you didn't want to journey into Breath of the Wild. So, and especially with online play and all that, just a great kind of palate cleanser. And then this is a game that surprised a lot of people. And, you know, I was really hesitant about this game. But once, like a couple days before it released, once I started seeing some reviews, I was like, okay, I'm going to make the plunge into this game. And I actually wound up getting the collector's edition, which I'll show in a minute. But it is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This takes kind of like XCOM tactical strategy gameplay, and, you know, combines that with Mario and Rabbids, plus Mario and company are using weapons, which is just crazy. But the game plays so well. It's so much fun, and this is kind of the first game in this genre that I've really enjoyed, you know. And it looks gorgeous too. This is one of the best looking games on the Switch, which, you know, if you would have told me that when they announced this game, I would have been like, yeah, right. But it really is. And of course, as I said, I did pick up the collector's edition, which includes this Mario Rabbids, plus the official soundtrack and 12 exclusive trading cards. But really nice collector's edition to have in the collection. Moving on, we now have Poi Explorer Edition. Saw the price tag on there. This is very much an homage to Mario 64 and that kind of classic early 3D platformers. And yeah, this doesn't have the best graphics or gameplay in it, but for $30, it's actually a lot of fun. I definitely recommend this one. Then we have Resident Evil Revelations Collection. Now, this is actually one of the one of the only games in my Switch collection that actually has this banner up top with the internet download and micro SD card required. And that is because, you know, with the cartridge you get in this, it only includes the first Resident Evil Revelations. Resident Evil Revelations 2, you have to download, and it's like a 20... Well, it says on the back 26 gig, but I think it only came out to around 24 gig download for me. Of course, I recently, a couple months back, I bought a 128 gig micro SD card, so I've got plenty of space, and I was able to download that. But really fun games. I beat the first one years ago on PC, but playing through it again on the Switch, and I haven't really played too much of Revelations 2 yet, but definitely looking forward to experiencing them on here. Then we have Splatoon 2. I know a lot of people call it Splatoon, but I don't know. To me, it's Splatoon. Splatoon. That's just how I read it. Splatoon 2. I enjoyed the first game, but never really got too into it, just because there's so many other games to play. And that's pretty much what's happened with this. The single player is a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend that. And of course, the multiplayer is a lot of fun too. Really unique game. Like this game a lot. I just haven't really played it too much. Then we have Super Bomberman R. This game I am not too fond of. I bought it mainly because, you know, there weren't a lot of launch games I wanted to get, and I took a chance on this one. And I've never really played a Bomberman game before this. And, you know, the game's okay. I know that they've added quite a lot in updates for this game, like new characters, stages, and things like that. So maybe I just need to go back to it. But from what I've heard, that they have improved a lot of the issues with this, so we'll see. And then finally, we have Super Mario Odyssey. What a great game this was. Oh my gosh. There are... You know, games don't do this a lot to me anymore, but this game legitimately, at moments, you know, made me just smile and feel like a little kid again. And that's one of the great things that video games can do. And just the added mechanic of being able to take over enemies and, you know, have their abilities, it just brings so many more, you know, fun gameplay avenues to explore. And I really hope they add DLC to this, different kingdoms that you can go to. That would be amazing. But this game is so good. I'm still collecting moons in this. I think I'm around 300 moons. I haven't played it too much lately, but definitely want to get back into that. Well, guys, that is it for, I think that's 15 games in my Switch collection for 2017. And I already have 3 pre-ordered this month and another one pre-ordered for next month. So I'm loving the Switch and definitely excited about its future. Definitely let me know what you guys think about my collection down in the comments below. And let me know what you guys have in your collection. And as always, like the video, share it, and subscribe.